And on behalf of UEL, Mr. Öztürk, please have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Distinguished colleagues, these resolutions calls for stronger legal tools. Non-convictions-based confiscation, reversing the burden of proof in unexplained wealth cases, and tougher targeted sanctions, visa bans, and asset freezes. These are important steps, but they are not enough. Because if we are to be honest, the issue is not the tools we have, but mainly how we use them. And the report before us reflects that problem. It is detailed and raises legitimate concerns, including regarding Switzerland. But it also has serious shortcomings that deserve our attention if we are to ensure that our work remains credible, rigorous, and fair. First, it lacks transparency. Some of its most serious accusations, such as alleged investigator misconduct and the controversial logic behind partial asset confiscation, are not supported by clearly acceptable evidence. That weakens confidence in its conclusions. Second, there is inconsistency. The report treats evidence differently across jurisdiction, particularly between Swiss authorities and others like the United States. This raises questions about objectivity. Third, important context is missing. We are not giving enough insight into Swiss legal reforms and the real challenges of international cooperation. Without that, our understanding remains incomplete. And finally, the tone at times feels more advocacy-driven than analytical. It doesn't sufficiently reflect the Swiss legal perspective, and that imbalance risks undermining the report's credibility. Colleagues, this brings me to a broader concern. We often speak about strengthening international accountability through courts, sanctions, and legal frameworks. On paper, this architecture is impressive, but in practice, it depends on political will, and that will is not always there. When geopolitical consideration and human rights obligations point in opposite direction, human rights too often come second. If we want these tools to remain credible, we must apply them consistently, transparently, and without hesitation, with respect for legal balance across all jurisdictions. Otherwise, we risk not only weakening accountability, but undermining the integrity of the entire system we have built, and ultimately failing those who depend on it most. Thank you.
Thank you.